Hello, Indira. Hello, Sanghamitra ji.
Hello,
Hello,
Mohit.
sir. Namaskar.
Good
Namaskar,
afternoon.
namaskar. How are you?
Excited?
Fine, sir.
Good. Friends, welcome, friends. Welcome. Oh, Yuran is here. Good to see you, Yuran. Pramod ji is here. Kashish, Harpreet, Ravindra ji, Piali, Tushar, Sumedh, Pooja. Welcome, friends. I can see that many people are sort of coming in. We'll give them another couple of minutes to come in, while I will just check if all is good. Friends, if you can hear me properly, then write yes in the chat box. And also, I'll tell you a few things about the webinar before we get started. In case if there's an internet glitch, don't go away, because I have this thing called panic button here, which I will press and it will reboot itself, and you'll be back in the webinar in 2 minutes. So in case if there's a drop, then don't go away. And in case if you can't hear, or uh, it's not, you can't see the slides, and if there's no problem with others, then you'll probably have a problem at your end, which means that you'll have to relog back in. And also, this webinar will be recorded, and you'll get an auto replay link tomorrow, 12 hours later. So in case if you do miss out any part of it, you'd still be able to watch it. So, okay, so I'll just get started now. I will start with my own introduction. Friend, I'm Mohit Aggarwal, and these are my webinar series at Asian Adventures and now Global Wildlife Fair. I am an experiential ecotourism specialist. I've been the founder of Asian Adventures, and we founded this company 31 years ago. I'm also the founder of the upcoming Global Wildlife Fair, which is the first one on the planet this October in New Delhi. It's designed to grow, and it will grow beyond borders, beyond New Delhi and different states. So as you get involved with Global Wildlife Fair, you'll be able to see that the mission of this fair is to save the species and life forms on the planet by involving communities, youth, and ecotourism as an industry. So I'll talk about that after the webinar, sorry. And then if you've got questions, you can continue to put them in Q&A section or in the chat box. And right at the end of the webinar, then Sanghamitra or Indira will take them up with you. And we'll
Mohit, your voice is echoing.
Oh, my voice is echoing?
Now it's okay. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, okay, good. So it's all set. And I will, so while I've introduced myself, I would like to introduce Indira here, who is in charge of Antara Cruises. So short bio about her. Indira Banerjee brings over 35 years of leadership experience in the luxury hospitality sector. She has held key roles with brands like the Oberoi Group and has been a director of international travel trade, where she launched and marketed the Vilas and Trident brands globally. She also served as director of sales and marketing at the Imperial New Delhi across 3 terms, most recently until 2022. Her international expertise includes her role as global sales manager for Aman Resorts, overseeing properties in India and Bhutan. Additionally, Indira has led sales and marketing initiatives for the Claridge's Group and served as a consultant for Sujan. With a deep-rooted passion for luxury segment, Indira continues to be a respected voice and strategist in the hospitality industry. So that was a quick introduction of Indira. And I'd like Sanghamitra to introduce herself. Sanghamitra, over to you.
Hi, good afternoon. This is Sanghamitra. I'm basically, I started my career as a tourist guide and worked each and every corner of Odisha, exploring all the potentialities of tourism. It's Odisha is a place for a special interest tour, and mostly I work with the communities. In Odisha. Basically, my focus is on to village tourism or sustainable tourism nowadays. So I am now looking after these Antara cruises, Vitarkanika catamarans for the operation. So I'm the head of operation for these four catamarans over here in Vitarkanika National Park, taking the clients to have some unique and very special experience exploring the Ramsar site or internationally acclaimed wetland and Ramsar site. That's me now.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. So, while you'll talk about the catamarans, you must talk about how eco-friendly they are and how beautifully they go into the areas where the wildlife for these people are, the communities live, and how they, sustain themselves. So, over to you. I'll start the slideshow now. Indraji, do you want to say something before we start?
Indira, no G, no G. You make me
Okay,
feel old.
okay. Okay. Okay, good.
Okay. So welcome everyone. I can't see your faces. I thought they were also going to be there. So I'm going to read it out. So Goran, Pooja, of course, I've dealt with, Kashish, Harpreet, Piali, Pramod, Farhin Khan. Welcome. So I don't know how much you know about Antara, but I really believe that before I came on board, it was the world's best kept secret. Given the products that we have, and with the kind of background I've had in marketing products which are worldwide well known, I felt Antara, we are not doing justice to it. Anyway, I've been there for about 2 years. And essentially what in Antara believes that rivers are our lifeline, So we believe in regenerative travel and sustainable travel. And our philosophy is to bring the environment, wildlife, and culture and the regions to the world, along with providing internationally acclaimed global standards in terms of our catamarans. So essentially, that is what we believe in. And what we're going to show you through slides is the Bhitar Kanika Game Sanctuary, which is spread over 672 kilometers, and it's inundated by 4 rivers. I won't mention the names because it's quite a mouthful, but and we are also the second largest mangrove system after Sundarbans. So essentially, while I look after the sales and marketing, my colleague Sanghamitra, she's a real pro at in Odisha in terms of marketing and supporting wildlife and giving back to the community. So she handles our operations and meets up with all our guests. And here we promote the product. So I'll give a little bit more background. I wanted to mention that it's only in the last 2 years or so that there are 2 other products which have come up. Maybe it's more than 2 years, but I am aware of it only for the last year or so, because Odisha was not such a attractive destination for inbound, except for those who were interested in wildlife and aquatic life and birds and wildlife photography, etc. So it's a niche kind of market, niche kind of audience. And now that there is a palace called the Belgravia Palace, and there is a palace called Ramha Palace, and so between the three of us, we are looking at a cultural experience, a cruising experience, and maybe a royal experience. So essentially, this has a lot of tour operators who I've met with recently have been very, very excited about this combination. And in fact, we had a FAM recently, and we had some agents who went and stayed at our catamarans. One of them said that it was the best sleep she had had in 2 weeks. So just a little bit, I'm digressing a bit, but I wanted to mention this. So I think we can now start. And Mohit? Next slide. Yeah. So I am not going to read this. It's a little long, but in essence, what I've just told you is outlined over here. So we.
I can't.
Can you read it?
I can't see the slides on the system.
So essentially, our vision is to, provide the best in cruising experience and nurturing strong relationships with our guests, our partners, our colleagues, and our communities. So we sail in most rivers of India, bringing the joy of river cruising to our guests, apart from here. And we also are very committed to the environment by being responsible and adopting the highest standards to maintain and develop a sustainable environment. And we also see the creation of direct and indirect employment to those people who are locally there, which is really important. This is our way of giving back what they have given to us. Next slide. Yeah. So here is a visual of the catamarans. Again, a little bit of background. So the Odisha government really owns the catamarans. However, they have leased it with us. And when we took it over 4 years ago, it was really not so great. So we've put in a lot of money and a lot of expertise and a lot of involvement in making it very, very comfortable, very luxurious, very sustainable, and very practical. So we have 4. We can go. Okay, here also is mentioned about the names of the catamarans. Is Bhitar Kanika, one is Mahanadi, one is Baitarani, and one is Brahmani. So like I mentioned, each cabin, on each catamaran we have 2 cabins and a sort of sitting and dining area just outside. And apart from that, we have stairs going up to the deck, from where you can really see the beauty of that place. So we can go to the next slide. Okay. So in terms of sizes, we are 20 meters long, and we have 2 cabins in each catamaran, and it's 6. Essentially the width is 6 meters, and the knots at which we speed is 5 knots maximum speed. Next. So that is a view of the beauty of nature enveloping the catamaran. And we can go to the next one. Yeah. So like I mentioned, we have 2 cabins per catamaran. This is a view of twin room. And we have twins and we have queen size. I think this is a queen. Can we go to the next one? Yeah, okay. This is a queen and that is a twin. So as you can see, it's very luxurious, very comfortable, very international. And so everything else along with it, whether it is, I don't know if you have a picture of the washroom. Okay, it'll come later. So this is the sun deck where we enjoy, after a trek and after going out into the forest. And also while we sail, we have, these deck chairs, very, very comfortable. So this is what it looks like. This is the sun deck. This is the area just outside the rooms. So if this is the sitting area, the lounge, and just behind on the extreme right and the extreme left of this large sofa, we have the two cabins. And this is where we serve our meals and breakfast. And in front is the captain's, the wheel, where the captain steers the catamaran. And outside you can see the beauty of the forest and the water. So essentially, everything here inside the catamarans is very earth toned. It's hand woven fabrics, an original palm leaf artwork reflecting the spirit of the land. However, it is very plush linens, honeycombed, spa robes, artisanal bath amenities are also part of the sort of bonus. We used to use Forest Essentials, as you all must know. Forest Essentials is one of our top brands. And we are, I think, moving on to Kama, but you know that both of them are the top brands in India. So that is all your bathroom amenities, etc. Now, I will hand over to my colleague, Sanghamitra. Sanghamitra, would you like to talk about what we have on offer in terms of the outside world?
Yeah. Okay. But I'm not able to see all the slides, what is going to be shown on the screen.
Can I show it to you? Can I show it to you in the front?
It's okay.
It's
okay.
Just open this. What I'll do, Sanghamitra, to make it easy for you, right now you can't see this wild exploration where nature unfolds. You can't see this? Okay, never mind. So I will take it out and I will put it in. I will hold it in front from another. Come to this.
On the screen, I can't see anything.
Yeah, okay. So, just hold this. Can you see this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think I'll have to keep. Go to the next one. Okay, you've got that?
Mm-mm. No. It's gone. It's gone from the screen.
Now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, now I can see it.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, basically, the experience on these catamarans is out of the world. Because in Vitarkanika Wildlife Sanctuary, those 4 catamarans with all the sustainable facilities what we have incorporated, like the solar system, which is giving power to our air conditions, and the community which have been involved in running the catamarans, taking care of the clients all over the trip, and like starting from the drivers to the housekeeping person, the food and beverage person, the chef on board, all these people are from the local community. Even the naturalist or the guide who are accompanying our clients on board during their trip. We have 2 to 3 programs. There are 2 programs we are running basically with these catamarans inside the park. One is a 3 days program. One is a 4 days program. And in these programs, we have included the culture, the village life, and the wildlife of Odisha. So presenting these programs, we are very careful about the sustainability. It's not that it's just because we need to run these programs on a commercial basis. We are doing it as far as possible in a very sustainable manner. For example, like I told you that all the facilities are with natural resources, like the solar system. We have a backup generator facility, but we try to use it only during the emergency time. We never use any kind of plastic bottles in our catamarans, so it's all with the glass bottles and steel utensils we are using there. We don't use any open flame, so our kitchen is with induction facility for the cooking, and all our meals are from the catch of the day and from the fresh purchased from the market. So it's like a very different experience for our clients who are traveling with us in Vitarkanika Wildlife Sanctuary. So with the experience of, like, when once the clients start checking into the catamaran, so we start our a little sailing of sunset cruising into the park area. Then we are back to the jetty, and then evening we spend the time on the sun deck area enjoying the stargazing. Though scientifically we don't have somebody to tell us about different stars and planets, but it's like a beautiful evening we spend with the clients on the sun deck. And then next day morning we start sailing to Dangamal, which is the core zone of the park, and it's a very relaxing cruising, not with a high speed up boating. It's really a relaxed cruising through the channels. And then during this cruising you will find varieties of birds, like painted stork, kingfisher, gray-headed ibis, and many more birds species on the both the side of the channel, on the tree. Sometimes they are flying from one side to the other side. Many crocodiles, the estuarine crocodiles will be there. During the trip you can spot them. And slow after the slow cruising we reach to the core zone of Dangamar, and there we go for a nature trek or a jungle trek. Then we go with a very small local country boat. We go through the small channels or the creeks of Vitarkanika Park, which is also very interesting to spot the animals from a close distance. So it's a nice, very nice experience. And coming back at the evening time to the catamaran, again we go for another side. The hatchery is there. There is a beautiful museum where we show them a beautiful presentation on Vitarkanika wildlife. It's done by the forest department people, so the clients spend time enjoying that slide show and the presentation about Vitarkanika National Park. And then we stay overnight on board in the park area, which is a very unique experience. Because staying inside the park and with all that feel of jungle is out of the world. So sometimes during some of the clients we have also encouraged them to try their hand for cooking, and you can also encourage your clients to come and try some cooking experience, the Odia dishes which we prepare specially on board. So that can be done also. And for the this national park of Vitarkanika is the paradise of the bird watchers. We get a lots of clients for bird watching and bird photography, which is a must for any of our clients to coming on the catamaran. And cruising through the catamaran is giving them a better it's a big advantage to be on the catamaran to get the bird watching and animal spotting in the best possible way, because you are inside the park, you are on the water, you are next to the creeks, and what best can be the opportunity to click a nice picture for your photography trips. And catamaran cruising also will allow a yoga sessions, best in the jungle. I
Yeah,
mean,
also,
having,
if you don't mind me interrupting,
yeah, please.
you have 320 species of birds, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So,
Mm.
and we operate in winter from, from about, I think, August, September,
It's
right
from
up to.
August. Yes, from August till May, we operate. 1st of May, the sanctuary gets closed down. So from 1st of August till 1st of this 30th of April, we operate the round the year. Like August and September is the best time to go to the birds, the heronry, where we have open bill stork nesting, and it's an amazing sight for the bird watchers. And as the month of April and May is to get the rare species like mangrove pitta, which it's very difficult. It's a shy bird, but it's very difficult to get them during the other months of the year. Whereas April and May, in my last trip, I saw the mangrove pitta in April. So it's like round the year, apart from this May, June, and July, rest of the months, it's for the different clients for different interest. Like if like in our 4 days cruise, we go to Habalikoti. If we are staying overnight at Habalikoti, that's the place where we can spot dolphins at the sea, and we can see the fishing cats,
Catfish.
fishing cats, fishing cats, and if we are lucky, we can get a chance of leopard cats also. So
Wow.
basically they come to the sea mouth and the backwater of Vittarkanika. So that's a place which we like. We are in the advantage position with the catamarans that we can anchor or park at night in these areas of the park, which gives us a better opportunity to spot the animals and birds, and any rare species is easier for us staying in the catamaran and exploring the park with the catamarans.
Fantastic. Okay, I also wanted to put in that essentially to reach the catamarans, we are from outside of Bhubaneswar. You take a flight up to Bhubaneswar, and over there we are located about 3.5 hours drive between the airport and the jetty. Now, luckily, Mr. Patnaik has really maintained the roads very well. So that drive of 3.5 hours is very, very comfortable. And there are 3 or 4 places where you can stop to see Buddhist old, remnants.
Buddhist remnants, yes.
Remnants, yeah. And I mean, I went to on a FAM last year, and Sanghamitra was kind enough to sort of escort me. And so it's not boring, that 3.5 hours drive, very comfortable, very informative, and it's cool, the weather's nice. And then before you know it, you reach the Gupti, the jetty, and then of course you're welcomed, like stars on board. So this is more or less, and it's a very different experience. I'm repeating this. It's a very, very different experience from any other sailing, because we went through the creeks we have our own motorboat, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Which can navigate smaller sort of passages. We can't take the catamarans there. So we went through and we saw crocodiles, and not my favorite animal, but anyway, and other birds, and it was just wonderful. So for those who are interested in birds, those who are interested in cruising, those who are interested in wildlife, photography, flora, fauna, I think that and for those who want an experience different from the rest, and who are concerned about giving back to the community, so we can have a very nice fit, especially with what Mohit is doing, you know. So it's really important for all of us to awaken to the fact that we have to give back to society, and we have to give back to the environment and all those who are part of it, you know. So do you want to, Sanghamitra, speak about the itinerary?
Yeah, there are two. Presently, we are running on two programs. One is starting from Gupti to Dangamal and coming back to Gupti, and the second program is a 3 nights program, which is 4 nights program, which is including the Gupti, Jangamal, Habalikochi, and then back to Gupti. So these two programs we are running presently, but we have a plan to run another one program in the coming year, which will include another one temple area near Chandbali, which is when 2 nights cruise will be added into this program. But presently we are running on only inside the Vitakanika National Park. And the first night, the clients are arriving and checking into the catamarans and knowing the catamaran, and then going for a small sunset cruising. And the second day, we go to Dangamar, exploring the wildlife and overnight stay on board. And third day, again, we are coming back to Kutti and checking out and coming back to Cuttack.
And you're also doing a village walk, no?
If time is there, depending on the time and depending on the tide also, we keep on changing the program depending on the arrival timing. So it's all basically tailor-made, though we have a fixed program that this has to be followed, but depending on the time of arrival and the time of departure, we modify the program suiting to the client's requirement.
Needs.
Yeah. And on the 4 days program, basically we encourage our clients to come for the 4 days program, because that allows us time to show, or the clients really get to know in the best possible way the national park and the village life and the cultural sites of Buddhist ruins and everything. So we prefer to have clients on board which are coming for 3 nights, 4 days.
Yeah. And also, it's not, these dates are not written in stone. So if you do have clients, after all, it's only 2 cabins, that means 4 people, right? At one time. But even if you have one couple, we will still sail. And we go up to a maximum of 16 people in case it's a larger group. And the catamarans can sail together. And they are, like I said, they are very, very comfortable. And so from the comfort and the beauty of the catamaran, you see the beauty of of nature. And in fact, even in recently, one of the operators who went to the national park for a walk, they saw this python had eaten a deer or something, no?
Yeah, it was a deer. Yes, it was a deer.
Yeah. And it wasn't able to move because it was so heavy with the animal inside. But there is a chance of seeing, animals and deers and snakes, etc. So all in all, it's a very beautiful experience, far from the madding crowd, away from the noise and the glamour, but yet at the same time, worth its visit. Yeah. Now we are very happy to have any questions. Mohit, please add what we missed out.
There is Mr. Anup Kumar Das who is asking what is the decibel level inside the cabins while cruising. It's actually, Mr. Das, it's not much disturbing. It's like the noise what you get just of the engine, but it's not. It's very comfortable to talk and discuss the points, or if you are watching something, it's not at all disturbing. And the whole day, most of our clients, they go to the sun deck and spend the time over there, which is not at all noisy.
Yeah, yeah. I went on the ship, on the catamaran, and it's not, the decibel level is low.
There was a wonderful presentation. Thank you, Sanghamitra. Thank you, Indira. It was
Thank
wonderful.
you.
Can I share a little story with you? Um,
Please.
although
Of course, sir. Please.
it's not related to your catamaran. It's related to the crocodiles. So a few months ago, my son and I, we were in Dubai, and we had gone to see uh, the what was it, the aquarium in one of the malls.
Hmm.
And right right in the end, when we were finishing our walk, after looking at those penguins and different kinds of fishes and everything, we came across this huge glass enclosure sort of a thing with water in it, and there were two crocodiles in it. And there was one huge estuarine crocodile that was in it. And people were trying to knock the glass, and they were trying to seek its attention, and it was just sitting there. It was moving up and down a bit, but it was largely stationary, and it was huge. It was it
How
was like
large?
uh,
20 feet?
almost, yeah, about 20 feet, correct.
Yeah, that's the size of our
Yeah,
average crocodiles.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then what happened was that Krishna, who's my son, he was watching it, and he kept looking at the reactions of people who were trying to draw its attention or laughing away or getting photos clicked. And then he had tears in his eyes
Oh.
and said, "Don't people understand?" I said, "Well, it's their earth too, and they are free to show their emotions if they wish to. How do you feel?" He
You're
said,
not clear. You're not clear, Mohit.
"Yeah, yeah."
Last
So,
sentence. What did they ask? Your son had tears in his eyes. What happened after
yeah.
that?
Then so he says, why aren't people sensitive? So I
Yeah.
said, well, people are sensitive. It's just that it's their world too. It's their earth too. So
Yeah.
they also have equal right to laugh about it, or feel the
Yeah.
way they want to.
Yeah.
But if you feel so strongly, he said, I don't think this guy should be in this place. He belongs to
The
the
wild.
seas. He belongs to the waters where it should be, right? I said, why is he here? I said, okay, we can have a chat about this. And this is also an introduction. He has been put here. Well, you could see that his sacrifice uh, is to educate, is to empower you to save others, his colleagues who are out in the wilderness. And then
Yeah. True.
then we exited, and then we came into a shop where I wanted to buy some souvenirs and things like that. And then I turned around and he was missing. I said, where did he go? So he had requested the guard to let him go back in, and he was spending time with the crocodile again.
Oh.
So this is so we have to understand that while these aquariums and these zoos and everything allows us to relate to these animals, but these animals they belong somewhere else. They belong in their natural habitats.
Yeah.
So what inspired me to talk about a catamaran was that it was eco-friendly. It has all the human things that a human would need, and it allows you to get to those places where these life forms are.
And you don't disturb
So
them.
yeah, you don't disturb them. You don't. So the idea is to make it more natural history oriented as we go along. I'm happy to. You're in the trajectory of making it more wildlife centric, and it already is. But if we can get more checklists, if we can get more bird checklists and other things, and share it with our guests as we go along, then we will see that we will be able to get more and more bird watchers, on the trip, and maybe some scientists, or maybe people who just want to spend time with
Nature.
wildlife.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the story of the catamarans, uh, you know, also changes that it's not just luxury. It's not just about the boat. It's about using the boat for a larger cause. You
Correct.
know, and
True.
and otherwise these boats are there. I mean, they're machines and they are beautiful. There's no doubt about it. But if they're not doing their job, what they're supposed to do, then they are no good. They are for people to travel to these areas, appreciate the life there, whether it's humans or it's wildlife, and get people to have their lifetime experiences, which they will cherish and they will be able to share it with others. So while my son wanted to experience or share his experience with the crocodile in that aquarium, he also was unhappy about it. And here he would be happy about it. So that's the distinction.
Yeah.
These
In
are the
fact, Mohit, you just put a thought in my head
yeah.
that we really need to educate the younger people, younger kids and all, about the sensitivity and relationship with the world around them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Your boat is
yeah, yeah,
is supposed to house that.
yeah.
Your boat is supposed to support that concept. And if we,
Relationship. Yeah,
yeah, the relationship. So while the boat will do its own,
feeling.
it needs its fuel, it needs its money, it needs all of that. But the purpose of the boat can be to aid conservation, to support communities, to let people go back home with hundreds of albums, which they will
Yes.
share with the generations to come. I think that's how.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah.
Thank you.
What
Yeah,
a lovely,
beautiful.
lovely son you have, Mohit.
Yeah, well, he's
And how old is he?
he's 24.
Oh, very sensitive. At that age, they hide their
Yeah.
feelings, especially guys.
No, yeah, that's how he is.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy that we opened up another chapter of Bhita Kanika with your catamarans, and then we will have more and more people travel to these areas in your boat, and they'd be able to record whatever they wish to record and get those experiences. So it's very important that we put it out with uh, uh, with a complete focus on natural history with their boats. It'll be fantastic. You go places.
Thank
Yes,
you.
absolutely.
So friends, I don't see any more questions. So we would have to end now, and then you'll also get the replay link tomorrow in your inbox, which you feel free to share it with others who you think should be able, should know more
Benefit
about.
from it. Of course.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
A lot of FAQs.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But thank you very much for this lovely
Pleasure.
webinar.
Thank you.
Indira
Thank
and
all of
Thank
you.
Sanghamitra.
you.
All
Thank
of you
you.
taking the time
Thank
out
you.
today.
Right. Yes, thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.